Hello and welcome to Dove Presents The Real Beauty series. It's a Myco original and you're watching it exclusively stream on Myco. मैं हूं सिद्रा इकबाल और हमारी आज की कॉन्वर्जेशन भी फोकस करती है on real beauty. And of course, real beauty starts with creative imagination. हम अपने इर्द गिर्द नज़र दौड़ाते हैं तो हमें सिर्फ तलखियाँ, कमियाँ, वो चीज़ें जिनको इम्प्रूवमेंट की ज़रूरत है नज़र आती हैं. And we are always focused on the lack. But if we train our imagination to look at the beauty and create more of it, then that could be our legacy. हमारी आज की मेहमान, she is a fusion tech artist and she does exactly that. What a brilliant stream to be in, जहाँ digital art, film, painting, इन सब को मिलाया जा रहा है technology से to create something which is absolutely unheard of. इनका काम feature हुआ है Untold दुबई में as well as the Karachi Biennale. इसके अलावा she's been featured in the Forbes 30 Under 30 and the top 100 women of the future. हमारे साथ आज मौजूद हैं आयशा मुबारक. अस्सलाम वालेकुम आयशा.
वालेकुम सलाम.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Sidra?
मुझे ये बताओ कि you've worked, as an artist, as you're known to be someone who's at this brilliant cusp जहाँ art meets AI. And you started it, if I remember correctly, during the COVID days.
Yes.
When AI was also not as we know it today. Was it exciting then or was it scary then?
To be honest, at that time, when AI wasn't that mainstream, it wasn't that scary because the only people who knew about this technology and its kya potential hai, they were just hiding it, right? It wasn't in the mainstream. Now suddenly, because it's a technology that's being used worldwide, तो उसका एक इम्पैक्ट हमें दिखना स्टार्ट हो गया है.
सही.
जो नेगेटिव भी है, पॉजिटिव भी है, एफिशिएंसी भी हमें दिख रही है, लोग इसका गलत यूज़ भी कर रहे हैं. तो जब वो हमारे पास डिफरेंट पैरामीटर्स अब आए हैं, सो आई थिंक इट्स स्केरी नाउ. एट दैट टाइम वी कुड ओनली थिंक अबाउट द पॉसिबिलिटीज़ के इसका क्या यूज़ होगा, एंड समटाइम्स वी आर सरप्राइज्ड के how it will be used, right? So we can never predict the future, but we can always just think, okay, these are the domains जहाँ कुछ हो सकता है. But we have seen like some very harsh uses as well. So now it's more vigilant, you can say. Now it's
But
there.
personally, I want to tell you that it's so wonderful to see you circle back. Like we've completed a circle with
Yes.
you. मैंने आपकी journey का बिल्कुल beginning part देखा था when you started out. And today, as we know, not just AI, but you're evolving as well. तो आयशा मुझे बताओ कि do you identify more as a technologist, as somebody who's future and forward looking, or as a hardcore artist?
To be honest, it's a tricky question to handle, just because I think for myself, every day I'm juggling between different roles. So someday maybe I'm more of an artist rather than a researcher or a technologist. Other days I'm heavily on the art side because you're, in the studio or in the field and just doing painting or whatever, like whatever the medium is. So I think that juggles. But if you ask me how I identify, I think whatever I see, observe, or the projects that I take on are from this perspective of as an artist, right? Because I really want to contribute to the arts first, and then to technology, then to the science or space sciences or whatever that comes with the flow, because this is like an interdisciplinary approach for me, right? So it's about multiple disciplines coming together.
This is your field, but I must say that artists bring so much more detailing to our life. मुझे कहीं लगा कि across time, when we became more functional, those details went away. Like आज भी अगर हम बात करते हैं colonial buildings की या Mughal era buildings की या Gothic buildings की, there's so much brilliant work. Masonry देखो, किसी ने imagine किया, उस वक्त tools भी बहुत rudimentary थे, yet this was created. Whereas today, even when we have the best of technologies, look at our city. यहाँ पे हमें वो खूबसूरती, वो aesthetics नज़र नहीं आते. So what is your take on that?
I think you have targeted something that a lot of people like just get rid of. So to be honest, how I feel, it has more to do with the aesthetics rather than how or what we think is beautiful, to be honest. Because yes, today we have much more advanced tools. We have now 3D printing coming up. I myself have worked with 3D printing in wearable, so I understand the technology. But to answer to your question, I think like the Gothic architecture and all of that holds a lot of, you can see the craftsmanship today, and that's also a thing that differentiates the West and the Eastern aesthetics. You know why West is labeled very minimalistic, the colors are very muted. When we think about South Asian culture, then it's suddenly neon colors, truck art, complex embroideries. So the exoticism is being associated with the East. And that's interesting because the Gothic architecture that you refer to, if you actually see its historical inspiration, at that time it was being inspired by the Islamic architecture.
Yes.
And today, if you see the Western architecture, European architecture, it is very minimalistic, and that's like a new aesthetics for, you can say, the contemporary time. So the overall aesthetics of how the modernization is being seen by the West has more to do with minimalism, and then they associate with whatever the exotic side of aesthetics, the elaboration, the details, the mosques and what we see the details of. It's all associated with the Eastern or the Arabic culture or Middle Eastern, you can say. So I think that demarcation is much more vivid now, but it definitely has a very interesting history if you trace back.
I also feel that it is a legacy thing. आप अपने इर्द गिर्द देखें जो ज़माने का ज़बरदस्त आर्किटेक्चर था, इट वाज लाइक ट्राइंग टू लीव अ लेगेसी बिहाइंड. आज हमारे पास कैमरास हैं, मेमोरी कार्ड्स हैं, वी आर क्रिएटिंग मोर कंटेंट देन एवर. लेकिन एक वक्त था कि उस वक्त का आर्टिस्ट ही, उस वक्त का पेंटर, उस वक्त का राइटर ही मीडिया था. एंड दे वर ट्राइंग टू प्रिजर्व अ सर्टन पार्ट ऑफ सिविलाइजेशन दैट वी चेरिश नाउ. मुझे ये बताओ कि एक बड़ी मशहूर सेइंग है, एंड इट्स वेरी क्लोज टू माई हार्ट, व्हेन इट सेज अ थिंग ऑफ ब्यूटी इज़ अ जॉय फॉरएवर. आप जब खूबसूरती को देखते हैं, सराहते हैं, इट चेंजेस द वे वी परसीव लाइफ. एंड हाउ डज दैट इम्पैक्ट कंट्रीज़ एंड सिटीज़ लाइक आवर्स जो बहुत तेज़ रफ्तार हैं, जहाँ पे बहुत सारे मसाइल हैं और शायद हमें खूबसूरती ढूंढनी पड़ती है, एज सच हमें एकदम नज़र नहीं आती.
To be honest, for me, beauty is always in the imperfect.
Yes.
And if I share a very simple example with you, obviously I was in my thesis year and I was taking on the medium of painting. So I was painting really huge canvases. The topic was self as other, like the psychological impact of how we see ourselves in the mirror, and camera is a very different topic. But usme bhi what my focus was that whatever I'm going to paint on the canvas, I'm not going to make a correction out of it.
Okay.
So let's say if a mistake is made in my mind, okay, this doesn't look right, but I'm going to let it stay intentionally. And this was in a way training my own self to look the flaws that I was painting within myself, right? So this was just like one layer of the idea that I was trying to reveal to myself, work with it, explore myself. But then I actually found myself more, you can say, in terms of beauty or whatever you want to label it, more acceptable. I mean, I try to accept my insecurities.
But what a unique thought. मुझे
Yeah.
ऐसा लगता है कि एक ऐसी दुनिया जहाँ हर कोई एक रेस में है towards perfectionism, you are finding the beauty in the imperfect.
Yeah.
And that is what is making your work and the work that you create to be unique. लेकिन if I may segue, and you're a young woman, तो बहुत सारी ख़वातीन और लड़कियाँ जो हमें सुन रही हैं, देख रही हैं, वो भी इसी रेस में हैं. उनको लगता है कि उनकी आंखें परफेक्ट नहीं हैं, उनके बाल परफेक्ट नहीं हैं, उनकी नाक परफेक्ट नहीं है.
Yeah.
किसी ने ये भी कहा था कि भाई रियल सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस इज एक्सेप्टिंग योर नोज एज इट इज़, क्योंकि हर एक को अपनी नाक बुरी लगती है. तो मुझे ये बताओ कि what do you have to say about the fact when people go through extreme measures in order to attain perfectionism? कि जी मेरी नाक perfect हो जाए, मेरी रंगत perfect हो जाए, मेरी jaw line perfect हो जाए, and they're doing invasive procedures for it. What's your take on it?
And just to like keep the story alive, like what I was saying, so in that time I was looking at magazines. उस वक्त deep fakes नहीं थे, उस वक्त different kinds of media that I was looking into, right? So I was looking at mannequins as a perfect human form. Mannequins जो होती है उसकी भी तो एक खास measurement होती है ना. So I was looking at the ways that are around us that narrates what women's beauty or a young girl should look like. And I was actually tracing back to my childhood, the Barbie dolls we used to play with. That was my first, you can say,
which are
encounter.
absolutely anatomically flawed.
Yes,
क्योंकि
it's not
अगर
even
Barbie
possible to
exactly,
be like that.
क्योंकि अगर Barbie के जो proportions हैं वो एक actual human being के होते तो वो चल भी नहीं सकता. That's what they have now figured out, right?
So that was my, like, one of the thing that I actually identified. I was like,
Yeah.
this is where it started. Seeing a blonde Barbie doll. First of all, there wasn't any doll that looked like,
Us.
me. Obviously, proportions were very stiff. So there was it was ingrained in your mind. So first of all, it started there. That is something we have to understand, that the toys children play with and the things that we see all around us, it narrates a very unconscious image in our own mind, and then that's an image that actually we project on ourselves when we see ourselves either in images, like what we document, how we document ourselves every day. This is again the mentality that comes if we're seeing our reflection in the mirror, or when we're putting filters on our face just to become someone we are not.
Aisha, not a lot of women, especially in Pakistan, are encouraged to come into arts. ठीक है, लड़कियों में एक ख़ास सेंसिटिविटी होती है, उनको पेंटिंग करना अच्छा लगता है बनस्बत लड़कों के. मेरे ख्याल में इस बात की एक्सेप्टेंस तो है कि वो आर्ट्स में इंडल्ज करें. बट व्हेन यू वांट टू टेक इट अप एज अ करियर, व्हेन यू वांट टू टेक इट अप एज योर लाइफ पर्पस, तो बहुत लोग इनकरेज नहीं करते. एंड आई सी योर ट्रैजेक्टरी एज वेल कि तुमने पाकिस्तान में काम शुरू तो किया, लेकिन you found opportunities outside of Pakistan. Was that deliberate? Was it because you wanted to be a part of the international scene? या पाकिस्तान में कुछ मुश्किलात फेस की?
Okay, so in my case, it was more about that I was at that point that I started to document my work. And 5 years back, I made like a conscious decision to post more on Instagram and on LinkedIn. And that's where actually scientists, in fact, not the curators, because वरना artist को हमेशा curator approach करता है for the big opportunity. In my case, it was one scientist who approached to me. They were like, we like your work and we like the fact that you are creating art about women and showing your culture with women in space. So it talks about women's identity in space, right? Which was my project of that time. So it resonated with them because they wanted to work on with artists, with people who think about not just the future, but the culture as well. So the future of culture in a way, right?
Yes.
So that's how I found my...
that's how you found your calling.
People,
and
my clan.
And you've become a part of documenting, archiving culture at the cusp of things where if they are evolving and if machine is learning about it, AI is learning about it, तो आप उसमें हो. मुझे बताएं कि AI को लेकर भी a lot of division is there in the arts community. Some people think that it's going to take away the indigenous artist जिसकी अपनी craftsmanship इससे affect होगी. दूसरे लोगों का ख्याल है कि भाई now sky is the limit. Now we can imagine and create far more. What side of the debate are you at?
I think there is no black and white. It's always a gradient. And we have to understand that it's not completely that, okay, we're going to get rid of our cultures now and we're all going towards a very different aesthetics, a very different future. It's not like that. I think we all have to find our own middle ground based on who we are. But we have to keep in mind that we learn from the past.
Right.
So past cannot be gone anywhere, right? So in my case, what I do is, in fact, I look at a lot of archives. I look at culture of, let's say, third indigenous societies. So I look at, let's say, what's happening in Afghanistan. At the same time, I try to connect it with, let's say, what's happening in Turkey. So वो सारे जब आप connections बनाते हैं, then you are just like, okay, what is the similar point? फिर आपका कोई concept बनता है as an artist. And then you use maybe the techniques or the tools of the future. And maybe that's the only kind of future that you need right now. Not everyone has to be a researcher. Not everyone has to be a scientist. It's fine. Whatever you're doing, try and bring the efficiency in that. So AI is not taking your job, let's say. It's only giving you more opportunities. And I think the craft, the past, the history can coexist with the future and the possibilities and the vision and what's not there. So it's like a mid-ground for me.
A lot of people जिनके बच्चे IT से या नई टेक्नोलॉजीज के साथ कुछ कर रहे हैं and they are actually creating history, the parents are clueless. Like there's a huge generational gap,
Yes.
right? तो अगर आपके पेरेंट्स से पूछा जाए कि आयशा क्या करती हैं, are they able to grasp everything that you're doing?
In fact, what they say, my mother, what she says is कि जब हम पूछे ये कुछ नया कर रही होती है.
और मुझे अभी पिछले वाली याद रखना होता है.
So she always says that, but at the same time she understands कि मेरा क्योंकि interest technology में है, now the technology itself is winding up so fastly, it's just bringing so much new tools every day that you can't keep up with it. Like even I can't, right? So वो daily change हो रहा होता है. So इस वजह से, even my mother, she doesn't understand technology so much, but now they do based on my content and stuff they see.
One of the reasons why I wanted to have you as part of this series, Aisha, is because Alhamdulillah, at a very young age, you've achieved a lot. 30 under 30 is not a small feat. लेकिन ये जो हमारी अचीवमेंट्स होती हैं, मैंने अक्सर ख़वातीन को देखा है कि हम अपनी अचीवमेंट्स को सेलिब्रेट नहीं कर पाते. Everybody else is happy about it, लेकिन हम उसको कहीं ना कहीं ऐसा लगता है कि अच्छा ये कर लिया, कोई बात नहीं, now I have to move on and rush on to the next win. तुम्हारे साथ ऐसा होता है?
वो बिल्कुल होता है. इनफैक्ट जब हुआ था कि मेरा जब आर्टवर्क स्पेस पे गया था, इंटरनेशनल स्पेस स्टेशन पे, जिसकी वजह से आई वाज ऑन फोर्ब्स, एंड आई वाज जस्ट टेलिंग दिस वेरी कैजुअली टू माय फैमिली एंड दे वर लाइक, तुम्हें कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ा, राइट? एंड दे वांटेड मी टू एक्सप्रेस, बट मे बी आई वाज इन अ शॉक दैट यू नो दिस इज सच अ सररियल मोमेंट फॉर मी. बिकॉज सिद्रा, हुआ ये था कि बहुत अरसा पहले जब मैं फोर्ब्स पे नहीं थी, I casually said that in front of my family once. I don't know what was the discussion. I was like कि हाँ मैं Forbes 30 under 30 में आ जाऊँगी, right? And then उसके बाद वो बात खत्म होगी. I never knew कि कैसे होगा. And when this happened, this was like a very overwhelming thing.
Wow.
Because I didn't know कि वो एक space का connection बनेगा, फिर कोई NASA के scientist होंगे, कोई artwork मेरा जाएगा, उसके बाद कराची बिनाले का कोई प्रोजेक्ट होगा जो उसके साथ लिंक होगा लाइट
पोल्यूशन. But you manifested it and you are such a powerful creator, and this is exactly the point we are trying to make in this conversation कि use your imagination to your benefit. यानी अगर कोई ख्याल आपके जहन में आ सकता है तो वो वहाँ किसी वजह से है. अगर आप इमेजिन करती हैं कि आप दुनिया की बेस्ट डॉक्टर बनेंगी, बेस्ट आर्टिस्ट बनेंगी, या अगर आप आर्टिस्ट हैं तो वो आपकी मूवी या आपका काम ब्लॉकबस्टर होगा, इट इज़ वेरी मच पॉसिबल. लेकिन हम अपनी सोच पे भी पहरा लगाते हैं. इस इमेजिनेशन को हाउ कैन वी जस्ट सेट इट फ्री? आयशा, व्हाट इज़ योर मेथड, व्हाट इज़ योर प्रोसेस? अगर तुम्हारे सामने एक ब्लैंक कैनवस होता है एंड यू आर स्टार्टिंग समथिंग न्यू, कहाँ से शुरुआत करती हो? इंस्पिरेशन कहाँ से लेती हो?
I think inspiration, to be honest, it comes from anywhere. Sometimes you're just sitting and you're having a very nice conversation with someone and just something sticks with you. So that just sparks something, right? But I think one thing that when I have a blank canvas, and this is also something learned, right, over time. So I have to think that, okay, I don't have to know how my audience is going to react to whatever work I'm going to do, right? Because I think we all get stuck in that loop that how is my art going to be seen, right? How is my audience going to respond before you even started on the project, before you have given the due time to that project. So I think we get so fixated on how it needs to look towards the end. So I think we miss out on the journey part. And I think this is such a you can say bad place to be, especially as a creator, especially as an artist, because you know, I think as much as what we show, whether it's a film, whether it's an artwork, what we show, I think how you show is also very important.
नहीं, I think I want to go back to what you said earlier. तुमने यहाँ पे ये भी बात की कि एक आर्टिस्ट शुरू में तो you're probably open-minded, but now with certain achievements under your belt, कहीं ना कहीं ये thought भी आ जाती है कि अच्छा क्या ये चीज़ पहले वाली चीज़ जितनी कामयाब होगी या नहीं. You know, if I broke into the scene and I created, you know, a big bang, तो क्या मेरा काम consistently उतना अच्छा है या नहीं? What inspires you to keep going? अगर मैं तुमसे पूछूं कि inspiration कौन है आयशा, तो क्या कहोगी?
अच्छा Sidra, I don't work with formulas. If something succeeded, okay, maybe in this thing I'm different from many artists because they work on something that worked, right? And I also do that, but on a minimal side. For me, it's more about a very instinctive reaction to something. Okay, so if something sparked my interest, I'm just going to delve into it. I'm not going to think whether this is going to scale up, whether it's going to have the same level of reaction, you can say, जैसे मिला है. Because I think वो भी उन्हीं चीज़ों पे मिला था which were very experimental.
Right. And when so many young artists get inspired by the groundbreaking work that you're doing, उनको क्या message देना चाहोगे?
उनके लिए यही message है कि you know, even if you're doing something, don't think about that, you know, don't come under this constant process to create something every day. Yes. You know, this is also something. The world keeps telling you, why are you not producing work? Why is your next film not coming? Why are you just relaxing? I think sometimes process can look like you just journaling stuff. You just going for a short travel because that is going to inspire something in you. So you have to know what your body and mind are telling you. You don't have to overwork, overexert all the time. I think we get stuck in this rat race that, okay, that person has done 2 films. I need to do, you know, something by the end of this year because, you know, their journey is not equal to yours. We are all
कहने का मकसद है, what I'm hearing is कि productivity can also be very addictive.
Yes.
It can be very pressurizing. कई
I
दफ़ा
face that.
और जब आप अच्छा काम कर रहे होते हैं तो शायद आपसे उम्मीदें ज़्यादा वाबस्ता हैं. वो उम्मीदें, वो expectation आप एक pressure build कर सकती हैं. But all of this is going to put a stop to your imagination, which we don't want. I think if there is one resource that human beings have, which is unlimited, infinite, That's our imagination. And that, by the way, is also our superpower. Aisha, you have superpowers. कोई आखिरी बात जो तुम कहना चाहो, ख़ास तौर पे people are very interested in knowing, जो तुमने अभी कहा ना कि भाई taking breaks is important, getting inspired, not letting yourself burn out is important. उसके लिए कोई ख़ास self-care tips and techniques that you practice?
अच्छा, ये जो tip है, maybe it will resonate with a lot of people who are in different creative fields, because I don't want to speak to, let's say, who are fine artists.
Only artists, yes.
So what I've observed across the fields, because मैं different लोगों से काम करती हूँ उनके साथ, not just artists, but I work with engineers and scientists and let's say coders. तो मैंने एक चीज़ जो सब में देखी है, जो मुझे लगता है where we can be more conscious of, it's that we have to adapt the idea of design thinking.
Yes.
Design thinking is that you plan your projects, you create a very cohesive plan and goals, but don't get stuck with that, because that's just for you to be confident with, so that you can jump into that project. And we should also keep that in mind, that if you're not embarrassed by your first attempt, then you're basically starting too late.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you, Aisha, for being a part of this series, the Real Beauty series. और साथ ही साथ हमारे जितने देखने वाले हैं, I think you needed this reminder. I don't know who needs to hear this, but please let me remind you that you are fantastic and you are doing fantastic work. हो सकता है again आप अपनी मंजिल से, अपने objective से दूर हों, लेकिन you made it today, and probably this conversation has found a way to you because आपको ये reminder दिया जाए. And of course, if you feel that there are people around you who need to be told कि वो अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं and they should hang in there, then please forward this, share this particular episode with them as well. इसी के साथ, this is the end of today's conversation, but I'll see you next time. We'll be waiting for your comments and feedback. Take good care of yourself. Khuda Hafiz.